Now, do y'all remember the Trump town hall they had last week? It was basically an hour-long commercial for Donald Trump's campaign. Now, it was hosted by Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski. Now, if it wasn't bad enough to feature Trump by himself in an hour-long love fest with the supposed, or on the supposed liberal MSNBC, there is now captured audio that Trump may have had maybe a little too cozy to the two hosts that were supposed to be interviewing him. Now listen to this audio captured by radio host Harry Shearer, and then we'll talk about it.
Right. What do we have? One more segment?
One more segment, and then we're good. Thank you for doing this.
Okay. I'm doing it because I get nothing. You know, you get great ratings and a raise. Me, I get nothing.
We're getting a real window into your... So...
Well...
Just make us all look good, that's it.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
you don't want me to do the ones with deportation?
We really have to
and
get to some
pay for the
questions.
wall?
That's right. Nothing too hard, Mika.
Okay.
Well, there's a cat. Look at that.
Nothing too hard, Mika. Don't give me any hard questions. I don't like hard questions. Well, we kind of already knew that, right? This is the state of our media today. Now, when asked, of course, the spokesman for NBC declined to comment to Talking Points memo. However, Brzezinski told Huffington Post senior media reporter Michael Calderone that she was actually talking to her producer. And this is a series of tweets from Michael Calderone. Quote, just talked to Morning Mika, who said she was talking to producer, not Trump, about deportation question at MSNBC Town Hall. He also tweets a quote from Mika, I am absolutely 100% certain that I did not connect with Donald Trump on any level about the questions I'd be asking him. Now, was she talking to her producer and Trump just happened to butt in? That's likely. But the real problem here is not that so much as the fact that they've been a little too cozy with Mr. Trump. Now, according to two sources with knowledge of their visit, which was then reported by Dylan Byers, Scarborough and Brzezinski had reportedly visited Trump's hotel room on Tuesday night during the New Hampshire primary while the results were being tallied. Not only that, but they've also had him on TV a lot. Yes, they did challenge him once in a while while he was there. I covered that. But the problem is that he ended up receiving a ton of airtime, free airtime, for Morning Joe. And that's actually much more than any candidate on either side has received from them. And here's the thing. This is about access, right? Now, Trump goes on these morning shows and gets lots of free press. And if the press doesn't play ball, Morning and Joe, they ask too many hard questions, well, Trump won't show up. Remember, as Trump said, what do you get from this? Well, you get great ratings and a raise. Me, I get nothing. But in the end, he said, just make us all look good. Well, that's it. It's about making you look good and not actually challenging you on your positions. This was an hour-long infomercial about Trump, an advertisement. And this is what they do. And I covered this on Fox and Friends as well, where Steve Doocy, Newt Gingrich was on, and Steve Doocy said, well, yeah, we always have Trump on, and it's always a great conversation. It's always lovely. I love having Trump on. It's great. He just calls right in. He gets up in the morning, calls in, and, we just have a great 8-minute conversation, and then, whatever. I wish I was a billionaire like Trump. That's what they do, man. They bring him on, they get ratings, and then he gets exposure. He doesn't have to spend his money on campaign ads. Why? Because he's already all over your TV. But that's the trade-off. But if you ask him too many hard questions, or if you don't make him look good, he's not going to come on your show. It's about the access. And that's why the media the state of journalism is awful. They're giving softball interviews, all for the ratings, all to make Trump look good. And if you do that, he'll be back to boost your ratings next week. It's really, really sad. And back to the Newt Gingrich thing from yesterday. It's sort of like that segment because the whole point was that Newt was saying is that Trump is the guy that Fox and Friends built by doing all these. by doing all these interviews while other candidates struggle to find airtime anywhere and have to spend a lot of their campaign money on actually getting out the word, getting out ads. Trump doesn't have to do that. And in that way, Fox and Friends definitely helped build up Trump. And I want to add that it wasn't just Fox and Friends that built Trump. It was also Morning Joe. So congratulations, you guys built that.